crisp, brisk atmosphere of Washington fog in the winter AM. The sun had just broke and the silhouette of every house was cut. Passion rust was fading into the softest blue. It was not a long cry and it was not an ugly cry, but the tears were heavy and carried me. I feel with the winter wisp that rolls out and up into the air after a slow, hot breath, its shapeless building churning in on itself all at once while headed skyward, still illusory, still hollow, and still flat to its observer. These winter fogs have me reeling, one again today, now outside as I look, the heavy gray dulls all shadows, shades, and shapes, and mono-emotional stir-up flows over the scene, and a great big sigh is on me now. Again, just then, I cried by being enveloped in the scene. I hopped down from the stoop and made it a few blocks. The air on my face made a building, feeling bubble, and it was all blowing hard against me, colder and colder and colder yet. Finally, I broke, and the tears again carried me. However, after my solitary elation thins, and the curtains come, outside me now, the streets littered with glittering ribbon and wet petals, I flee for home, and hide harder, under the sill, under the sill, under the sill.
The blood, while you try to stitch together the mismatched fabrics, the two halves of the world. Or maybe your dreams are the red thread that mends together heaven and earth. But I don't know. It's hard to interpret dreams. It took me nearly all summer to realize that every poem I wrote this season was written to or about the sun. Why did I do this, I asked myself. Has the sun become an enemy? A scorched earth policy brought upon the fields by a vengeful general ordering his troops from afar? No, that's not it. Is the sun a metaphor for the burning earth, islands, forests, the boiling oceans, the dry wind hurling smoke and sparks across vast continents? Maybe that's closer. In Seattle, you crave the sun, like you might crave an embrace. It's hidden for whole seasons behind banks of mist and flapping sails of rain. When the sun finally comes, it fills your chest like a pitcher of water, and you don't turn away. You open your mouth and you drink it thirstily. When forest burns and warmth and heat become fraught and tense in your mind, it splits your soul in two. Your desire splintered and cracked like a drop hand mirror. Your eyes reflecting the color of a beautifully red sunset cloaked in smoke. Your lungs dry as sand and every breath shallow. How do you draw in air that has lost its sweetness in the sweetest season of the year?
free. Give them no comfort but pleasure. Freedom's lash has waned in the short fairy tale of their days on earth. Give me their portion of freedom. In me it will find a use. Give me no understanding. I look like a real nerd, standing around hiding the edge of a circle with my gaze. Give me your names. I could use them to break ground. Sweet succulent, hiding around with concrete you gave no title. Why is filth invited, where no dirt can foster renewal? Like a phoenix, I could resurrect your waning charge with a glare so bright it could nourish plants. Also like a phoenix, I would light your cigarettes, my burning fingers giving you off-season tans. I burn cancer. What do you draw into your lungs? A hairy Earthlington, coprophagous whorehound silt, and lizard gums. We bring our witches brew without apologizing for the scent, like weak old cabbage soaking in sickle rum that clings behind it, clawing its way into your olfactory drums. Cloying is a nice word, and like my name it is underused. I find you cloying, too sticky sweet. I found out bits of you had hidden in my teeth after the last we kissed, and it's not that the hole wasn't there already. Still, after an entire day of digging with my tongue, I grow tired of the taste of your aftertaste and the math of the aftermath. You are a complex bundle of calculations with no resolution. Why are you yearning to be free, new, childlike, humble, when there is so much left to say? Stay in the city with its layer upon layer of soul captivity. Live through winter warm, live in the belly of the beast.
Along with the fields, all the fields burning, and who has time for hope in moments like that? Survivors? Not the good ones. Lucky am I to be here now, fed by dreams, bleached so as to offer cover from the night that doesn't bring dawn, but hail, such hail that is not of water, instead gobs of mysterious wax, which does a number on the fields, a spectacle that takes all breath away, that offers only tar and smoke in exchange. I suppose it is beautiful, for it is truer than my breakfasts of whims and wishes floating up from the grave, down beneath which are souls roasting on spits, with so many hands only reaching, never finding. That they reach at all keeps their hands as empty as their hearts. This is not a condemnation, but a truce, a way to connect. My own, alone, and if you hear me, don't hold your breath. Never mind the smoke. Let it all out. Give it freely, for that is where dreams begin. Exuvia. Of course, they won't always carry me. That which is not outgrown, be the one growing, be wearing things out. A smile to the parting wisdom of Miss Monbay. There's no such thing as bad weather, there's only bad clothing. Still, rise the days I cannot stand. Were they a thing that I could outgrow, like snakes do skin, there'd be several pairs and various states.
Alright, this is called C translation. If I am a window, you're a sill, and over our punnet square panes, gibberish syllables spill. The red gaps between my teeth, a keyboard's black keys, coated in guac, a mole cooler than air on my cheek. Please play the piano for me while some ribs boil for supper. Fingers elongate to strike keys, E, G, A, C, but I don't hear you, mother. The polypeptide chain of my tongue wishes it could express itself as fluently as your fleur-de-lis. But remember when I was an infant, lying in my crib, my ribs crying out of exhaustion, and you told me then just sleep, angel kiss, but I screamed more, which made me more exhausted? It's like that, mother. I'm too weak. I need protein to find the strength to admit that I'm weak. Need protein to translate my love for you and my pure hate. But this is nonsense, so I put my coat on, the one you knit. And then, before we mutate, Mother, I'm leaving the secondary colored structure of this unit. End of final message. That's my first poem. It's not end of final message. Not the whole. All right. Okay. This is called Power of Babel. 11 p.m. I begin my adoration. No longer afraid of matches, I light a chapel candle in reverence to the flicker that was our venial love. Because, remember, a command, not a question, my spine lying crooked, a wick still scorched from the first time you cradled my body like an open flame. 11:11 p.m. I begin to wish you were here. Genesis tells of crude bitumen oil used to pave a tower taller than heaven. Is it referring to our thick, heavy laughter creating for us a haven? And as with Babel, a story I swore was a myth until now, our divinity was unnatural for man. 11:19 p.m. I begin to think. Our eyes were the colors of truth, not heresy. Still, crinkled pages tell me that my fragile soul is stained, like the vivid glass windows around me so beautiful. I will not confess you. Is loving a sin or a sin? Only my love for you, babe. Bull. 11:41 p.m. I begin to pray. Scraped apart from each other, no longer of the same language, I pray you still understand when I say that I believe in you. 12 a.m. I begin to leave this unfamiliar place.